And we say hi, everybody. So
The last eclipse. When was the last one?
that was last
recent,
spring, wasn't it? Or was it last spring or last fall? Last spring.
See, everyone was like looking at the sky, and I was like really excited to see it, but it's
But then
not.
we have cloudy Pittsburgh.
Yeah. But I was at home that day, and it was really weird. You know, you could tell the animals, the birds were all singing and things like that. So there's from Oregon and St. Louis, and there's Joanne Palmer. She's local. Yes. Okay.
It's a lot of people on.
There's a lot of
we
people.
do. We got a good show tonight. So
Yeah, we do. We have lots of different things.
Get ready. We're going to show you. Gloria's not in town tonight.
No, so we have a lot of unusual things.
Unusual. I wouldn't call them unusual.
I would.
I'd call them exciting.
Exciting.
Fun gadgets.
Unusual fun gadgets.
We had to put the show together because Gloria's not here. My mom's not here. What concert is she? Are you going to that concert she's going to?
A concert.
Remember she was talking about Joan
I don't
Mitchell?
know.
Joan
Yeah.
Mitchell?
Yeah, there's one on Mother's
she
Day
was really
weekend.
Oh, okay.
Did she?
She was buying tickets and she was all excited and she started listing off these people. I have no clue, like Joan Mitchell or something.
Yeah, Joni Mitchell and Carly Simon, and let's see who else.
I gotta look them up.
Yeah, they're from way back. Yeah, I know Joni Mitchell was there, Carly Simon, and there was another one. Yeah.
Who's at Dollywood? We were just talking about Dollywood.
Yeah, we're at Dollywood sitting in the chapel watching all while the storm's going on. Wow.
Oh, wow. We were just talking about Dollywood right before this.
Yeah, we want to go. You having fun? Yeah.
Yeah, say hi to Dolly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to give our intro, I guess?
Yes. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Gloria Horn Sewing Studio, and this is Thursday night, so this is our night where we show all of our favorite things. And so if you are on Facebook and this is your first time with us and you'd like to shop with us, and you can, what you'll need to do is register. So you'll go to the comment bar and type in register, and then you're going to go in and put 4 things. It's your first name, your last name, your telephone number, your email, and I think that was it. And then you'll go to the next page and create a password, and then come back and watch our show, and then you'll be able to shop with us. If you're on the app, you're all set, ready to go. That is really the easiest way to view our videos and also shop. So you just go to the App Store and type in Gloria Horn Sewing Studio and download the free app, and then you will get notifications when we come on, and you're able to view the videos up to a year on the app.
And we do free lessons all the time.
All the time, yeah.
All the time we're doing free lessons.
Mm-hmm. And we're on every day of the week, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 times.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
Okay. So this says, yes, Dollywood is great. I always wanted to go there.
Yeah, I've never been to Dollywood.
There's
what were we just talking about Dolly Parton?
She got her new jeans.
She's new jeans. Yeah.
Jolene.
We gotta sell her new jeans.
Yeah.
We gotta get her Jolene's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jolene jeans.
That's right.
So yeah, you gotta download our app because that's the best way to shop here, best way to view our videos.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we're gonna start off. Well, we have plenty of demos today.
First we talk prices.
Top prizes. Yes.
Prizes.
So in about 15 minutes, we will put. Kate will look down and put in $25 into somebody's account, and you can use that tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the midway prize is this. Oh, this is the gift card. I was looking for it. And it kind of blended in with the book.
Fine.
Okay. Then we have a book on pre-cut table runners and toppers, and a strip. This is called a Valley Pop. It's a Hoffman. The Petite, yes, it's like a jelly roll, but they don't call theirs jelly rolls. But it's beautiful. They are petites. They're really pretty. So that's our midway prize, and then the end of the night prize is really great too. It has a set of threads, spring colored threads, and then a charm pack. And this one is Morning Blooms, and then we have a collection of needles for quilting. So there's all different types of, like a 75 needle, 90 needle. There's a titanium, different needles for quilting.
And there'll be a bow around it.
Yeah, and there will be a bow around it. Yeah, when we get over 1,000, we'll have 2 prizes for the end of the night. So I'm not sure where we are right now, but when we get 1,000, we'll at the end of the night almost okay. And then also, this is the last Thursday night for the 10% off.
Back.
Yeah, 10% back. Yeah, yeah. So they'll put 10% back into your account to use later. Okay,
Yeah.
This is the last Thursday night.
Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me get these things out of your
Okay,
way.
we'll take these.
I'll go bow this one
Okay,
up.
and then anything else that we need to tell them? Just
So,
We still have availability in the spring event.
Okay.
For Saturday and Sunday.
okay.
yep, the spring events in the bubble right now. For Saturday and Sunday, we still have availability. So you're not going to want to miss
There's
what we're
Gloria. She
showing.
says hi,
Yep,
everybody.
you're not going to want to miss what we're showing at the spring event. And that's what we're actually going to show. We're going to give you a little glimpse of what's going to be in me and John's class tonight.
Okay.
Or, yeah. So,
Okay.
oh, and here's
Yeah.
one of the projects
Yeah,
as well.
we're going to do the
bows.
rope bows. Yes, that's one. This is really fun. There we go. Look how cute. So that's one of our prizes. So now we are going to, I guess you're going to have John come over here.
John, come on
okay.
over. So we're going to show you. We're just giving you a glimpse of what we're going to be doing. And Kate, if you could just show this really quick. We're going to be doing something with rhinestones.
And the scan and cut.
And-
Guys, just look at this. This is a little sneak peek of what we plan on doing. And so I do want to talk real quick. If you haven't signed up for a spring event, we have that weekend available. You want to get those spots. They are going to sell out fast. So the first 2 segments of our event are already sold out. So definitely make sure, because I think we're the dream team here, and we're going to have the best class, aren't we?
That's the competition we have going on. So we're trying to be the best. Our class is going to be the most fun.
What did you say?
We're going to make the coolest. Yes, Kathy. We're going to make the coolest projects. We're going to wow you, and you're going to be able to walk away with something, and something you're proud of as well.
Exactly. So I know we showed this on the past couple other ones. We're going to show you kind of how we're going to do this in our class. This isn't necessarily the exact design we're going to do, but we have one behind us, and you're going to get a jean jacket at the event, something you could wear. It's something fun, and we're going to bedazzle it with rhinestones.
Yeah. So first, I want to tell you, we made this rhinestone star and a star, and this isn't going to be the design at the event. This is just an example for tonight. We're working on the design for the event, but this is the Brother Scan and Cut rhinestone starter kit, and they are discontinued. So we have some of them here, and we're not going to be able to get much more. So whatever we have right now will be it, and we're gonna we'll try to get them in. But what we have right now in our inventory is it, and you won't be able to get any more because they are discontinued. So if you have a scan and cut, you're going to want to go ahead and purchase this.
Yep. And maybe if you don't have a scan and cut yet, this is something definitely to look into, because there's so much more you can do other than just cutting out little pieces for fabric and your embroidery designs. There's so much you could do with the scan and cut. It's ridiculous. And rhinestones is just a little taste of it. So, so do we want to show them how we're going to
so
transfer
if you're
this?
looking at this star and a star here, you could see that we have all our rhinestones laid out. Now inside this starter kit, do you have one open already?
I do. So
Okay,
I do
let's
want to
not
give
open
a
this one.
special shout out to one of our customers, Marilyn Brown. I saw her on here a little earlier when everybody was coming in saying hello. She dropped this off. She wasn't using it. And then I was like, let me see if we're able to get any of these in. And we were able to get a couple. But the starter kit does come with the special brush, the transfer sheets. You also get the iron-on transfer pack. You get the template material. So there is quite a bit you get here. And then you also do get an activation card. So you're going to use that activation card with Canvas Workspace. And you can turn any design into a rhinestone design. Isn't that right, Tommy?
Yeah, so brother, that's how I made this rhinestone design. I took that activation code and I activated on Brother Canvas Workspace, and I was able to take my SVG file that I already had created and just easily convert it into a rhinestone design. It does it automatically. It takes that SVG file and just automatically takes those regions and puts those little holes in there for your rhinestones to go. So that's what we did. We put it into our scan and cut just on a standard tack mat with a standard cutting blade, auto pressure. We did full cut. We've tried half cut where it only cuts only cuts the felt on top and leaves the transfer tape back on. And we're going to show you all that we learned at the event. So we did that on the scan and cut. We cut it out. We placed it on our board here, and then we dumped all our rhinestones on. Just dumped them on. We took this cool little brush we had, and we started swirling it around in swirling motions, and it just flipped them over into the holes.
That was cool.
That was very cool. And there was only a few where we took some angled tweezers and just readjusted them and made sure they were placed right. And it was quick, right?
Yeah,
quick.
it was really quick.
Took us, what, 20 minutes? 20 minutes.
Start to finish, too, with cutting it out.
With cutting, even designing it. I had to do the design right then and there. So now we have all our rhinestones laid out. What we're going to do is take our transfer tape. I'm going to make sure I have a big enough piece that will cover it. We're going to take our transfer tape and place it over our rhinestones. Now this is a special transfer tape where you can heat it up and it's not going to melt. And seems like I can't peel it either. You know what? Maybe this is the one I already peeled.
Well, we have our weeding tool that we could use.
Here, you try.
Let me try.
You struggle with it first.
So, and I do want to say, if you come to our event, you're going to get a couple exclusive Tommy rhinestone designs.
You know what? There's nothing on there. That's why.
Makes sense.
That one you can see. I just want to say we reached 1,000.
We reached 1,000.
So what does that mean? Who are we going to pick?
2 prizes at the end of the night.
And we just randomly select them. And
Just
2
randomly-
prizes?
Yep.
Oh, those
2 of
prizes
those
Joni showed.
with a thread set.
So I want to tell you, I want to give you a sneak peek on our promotion we're going to be doing next week. We're going to be doing a giveaway worth of $500. And we're going to have $500 worth of things. And you're going to have to get entry tickets. So we'll have more information about that. But just stay tuned. Make sure you're tuning into every one of our shows. Okay, so we're going to take this transfer tape, and I'm going to place it right over the rhinestones and try not to bump them. So much pressure.
And we're also using the top lid of the rhinestone box, so our rhinestones didn't go everywhere.
Yeah.
So
So
that's kind of a little added feature with the Brother Rhinestone kit. So.
And if I had a roller or a spatula or anything, I think just doing it with your hands, really, it just works. If you just press this tape on there, nice and secure, it's going to work. I'm nervous. Is it going to work? It worked the first time. It worked the first time almost too easily. Oh, it didn't get one. Let me take the spatula. I'm just going to take the spatula, make sure I'm scraping that transfer tape onto those rhinestones, and then we'll go ahead and peel this up. This one seems like it's not sticking.
So as Tommy's doing that, I do want to say, so we all are in friendly competition with each other, with all of us that are teaching a class at the spring event. But I think Tommy and I, we're going to have the best class. I mean, Tiffany and I did say that for the cruise. I think both of our classes were still the best.
Bring it on.
There we
Bring it
go.
on, Kathy.
Bring it on. So I'm going to pass this over to John. And they didn't fall off. I was worried they were going to fall off.
That's crazy.
But he's going to go ahead and he's just going to take it over to the jacket. And he's going to place it, center back? Where are you placing this one?
So I'm going to place this one on the center back. This is just a little test one. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it right here. And I think I kind of like right there. So I'm going to just set this gently on there. Then we're going to take our iron. You could just use a regular iron. Put it on the high setting.
Oh, okay.
Oh, can everybody see?
Yeah.
Alrighty. We're just going to iron over that for 15 to 20 seconds. Making sure that we get all those rhinestones. And the hot fix on the back of them is going to activate, so it will stick to the denim fabric on the jacket. So just really pressing and going over that. That's why we like these wool mats, because we could lay it nice and flat. And then very carefully, we're going to peel. We could see I didn't press it long enough, so I'm going to go back over.
So they do make special irons where you can see the temperature, but you can use a regular iron, but you might see more success buying one of those irons that you can see what the actual.
In the event, or are we just using regular?
That's a good question.
We
better
will
get 'em.
find out. Might want to use some of ours.
Spectacular in your classroom.
Kathy, this sounds like a full-on challenge.
Yeah, bring it. Do you have to
She
let
doesn't-
that cool first before you peel it off, or does that not matter?
So you do let it cool for a couple seconds. You don't want to put your hand directly over it. You are going to burn yourself. So just gently peel off. Oh, still missing a couple over here.
And that's okay. Sometimes you just got to slowly peel it off, and if they're not adhering to the fabric, you just got to put it back down and press a little harder and a little longer, and they'll stick to that jacket.
Exactly. Well, you know what? We all know my luck. The first time I demo anything, something always goes wrong. So there we go.
That's
Sparkly.
gorgeous.
Look
That
at
was
those.
gorgeous.
So
So pretty.
yeah, and these are really
And let's
pretty
show 'em-
rhinestones,
So first we did it with these rhinestones.
which comes in your brother
Well,
kit.
you know what? In the camera, you can actually see.
Yeah,
But this
look at
one's
that.
very subtle. It kind of blends in, and it's not as in your face sparkly. You know, these rhinestones come in the brother kit. Are we selling this one, Joe?
Yes, we are. We're selling all of these kits today. So
Okay.
Ooh.
take advantage tonight, because it is last day, right? For 10% back.
Yeah.
So take advantage tonight with these kits, especially with the brother kits, because once we're out, I might not be able to get any more. And the brother kit does include the activation code for Canvas Workspace to turn any design into a rhinestone design. We will be selling those separately in the future, but take advantage of the kits now.
So why is yours more sparklier?
Well,
You have different
we have different rhinestones,
Yes.
and the rhinestones that are on John's jacket. Yeah, this is Dolly Parton, sparkly. The rhinestones that are in this kit are sold 304. This is the dime rhinestone starter kit,
Wow,
and
those
these,
are pretty.
I like these rhinestones.
Yeah.
They both look great,
They both-
and it's very easy. The same thing with this one. You're going to get the template material, the lifting tape, and rhinestone brush, and a bunch of the Aurora Borealis rhinestones. So, what else? What else? There's this.
There's this one,
Do you
which
want, or do we? What do we want to show, Kate? Which,
I do want to show this real quick too. So this goes exactly with these rhinestones in the same concept. However, pearls. So it's another thing. It's fun. I can't wait to try a couple designs with this too. Do you have anything in mind?
I think I'm gonna do an applique with pearls. Maybe a pillow or something.
I think
I
I'm
don't
gonna do
know.
a hat.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a pillow? Would a pillow with pearls work?
Sure.
Sure. Why
Yes.
not?
Why not?
I don't think I'm gonna be wearing a hat with pearls on it. I
Well,
don't know.
I might.
But go back to the Scan and Cut. It sold 300. So we do have the Brother Scan and Cut SDX 325. It's not the Disney edition, so it doesn't have the Disney designs, but it is the top of the line Scan and Cut. It has all the bells and whistles, and that's what we're going to be working on the event. So
Yep. And so I did see somebody ask a question. Do you have to own a Scan and Cut to buy the rhinestone kits? And yes, for these kits, you're going to need a Scan and Cut so that you can cut out the template, which we made here, in order to brush the rhinestones to make it to the transfer for the design.
Well,
so
with the Rhinestone starter kit from Dime and the one from in the Pearl kit, you don't need you just need a cutting machine. This is just going to give you the materials to learn how to do this and apply it to your cutting machine. So if you don't have a Scan and Cut, maybe you have a Cricut or another cutting machine, you could buy the ones from Dime. The big thing about the Brother one is that it has that activation code on that card, and it will make it so you can make those designs. And it also comes with designs too. So that activation card will enable 100 different rhinestone patterns onto your scan and cut.
Yep, and then the dime starter kit too, just to give a quick reference, this does include the suede material for the templates. You get the rhinestone brush and the rhinestones, so and you get the same idea with the pearl starter kit, just instead of rhinestones you get pearls. So
And there is 10% back, Cindy, or 10% credit back. Yeah.
yes, and please make sure to take advantage of that today, everyone. Today is the last day we're doing that. We said April 15th, tax day, was going to be the last day. So make sure you take advantage of that 10% back today.
Did you want to do the embossing kit, or are we going to come back to that?
We should just do it. Someone else asked about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to show this real quick. So do you want to talk about it? Me talk about it?
It doesn't matter. Go for it.
All right. So the embossing kit, we did not get to really play with this one yet, but this is the embossing starter kit. This one is not discontinued, so we will be able to constantly have this one in stock. But it's really cool. You can actually use your scan and cut to emboss very thin sheets of metal, do cool things and emboss on faux leathers, right?
On
So-
cardstock.
So once again, there's just so many fun things you could do with your scan and cut other than just cutting out little pieces of fabric or vinyl. It's just amazing all the possibilities you could do with this machine. So with the embossing starter kit, you get the activation card. You also get the embossing mat, which is 12 by 9.5, the embossing tool holder, 2 embossing tools, silver and brass metal sheets, the template sheet, the scanning support sheet, and then you also get the activation card for access to 50 embossing patterns and the instruction guide. So once again, take advantage of this because you do get the activation card for Canvas Workspace in here, which is really nice. That way you don't have to go buy it separately. So
I think your elegance box.
Sure.
is next.
We'll do
Yep.
the elegance box. And good news for the embroidery elegance for this upcoming one, the boxes are in tomorrow. We're going to be able to start shipping those out. I love this one. I had such a good time sewing it out. Joni, you sewed this one out.
Yes.
What'd you think? You did that in not too long, right? You
Right.
did-
Yes. Yeah. I did this one in
Yeah.
another colorway, and it was very, very quick, very fun to do. But this is Tommy's. Look at this table runner. Okay.
Yeah, so
So-
you're going to get enough fabric in this kit in order to do this 3-flower table runner in the largest size. And you're also going to get 2 other flowers, which we don't have here. But there's 2 different flowers that you could use as placemats as well. Or you could put them in your table runner, whatever you want to do. Did you ship the pink bags? We got the pink bags. So they should have shipped. So you're going to get this in 3 different versions too. So you're going to get this hexagon version where you're going to do it in 2 hoopings and then piece it together down the middle. You're going to get an all-in-one hooping one. Do we have that sample here or no?
All-in-one hooping.
All-in-one hooping. It's just a
yes,
block.
yes, we do.
So
yeah, it was a block.
the version
Yes.
1 is all-in-one
That
hooping,
one was.
and you do that,
Let's see that one.
and
here,
you
this-
just do it in one
it was
hooping, and
like
it creates
this.
a nice block that you
It
could use
wasn't-
for a quilt or just however you want to use it. You also just get the applique, so it won't have that placement and tack down of the block. And you'll also get coasters too. And I don't know if we have the coasters. No, lost the coasters. We lost the coasters.
Yeah, I brought the coasters over. I brought the, yeah.
The coasters are somewhere, and we might have to show you the coasters. But the coasters are all done in the hoop, completed in the hoop. You do the envelope backing in the hoop, and they feature candle wicking stitches. There'll be fill stitches. It's not applique for the coasters, and you'll actually do fill stitches. So there's not a bunch of cutting. There's one little applique piece that you do in it. But, yep, just fill stitches. And they're running around everywhere. John's running into tables looking for my coasters right now. But no big deal if we can't find them.
Okay.
Um,
In this bag?
they might be. No, the
No, this is
coasters.
the new one.
We got to put air tags on our samples.
Yeah, we do.
We have so many air tags from doing our.
Pictures of the coasters on the front.
Oh, you have
Oh, you do?
pictures? Here.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
sure. Kate has pictures of the coasters. Inside the kit, you won't get the backing. Just a heads up, you're not going to get the backing fabric. We are going to sell that separately. And there are cutting instructions for this one on your flash drive. So you will get cutting instructions for each fabric that you get. And it will tell you, oh, I have to cut, the certain dimensions of this one. And you'll just open it on your flash drive. The instructions are 32 pages long.
They're
And
easy to follow.
and very easy to follow. This time around, I didn't do pictures. I did my own graphics, and it's step by step, and you can see exactly how to do it. Very easy to do. I'm very proud of this one, and I
this
can't
is
wait.
beautiful.
So
Mhm.
I just want you guys to know, I did take that vacation and put me a little behind, but also what is also kind of a struggle is what's going on with the tariffs. I'm sure you've all been following it. Those special notions, the flash drives I get, the boxes I was getting were coming from China. And I have to find different manufacturers in the meantime.
Okay,
You can
there's.
just assume it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Let's zoom in. So you can see the little coasters here. There's one to go with each flower. So you'll get 5 different coasters. And they have cool motif stitches going all around them.
Very cool.
And candle wicking stitches, but they are just fill stitches, and you'll be able to do them in like 15 minutes. Very quick, very fun to do. Now, you won't get enough fabric in your fabric kit to do that, but what we have now,
Okay, is
since we're going to be shipping these out very soon, we're going to be shipping them out tomorrow, you're going to get an option to buy a different colorway.
Yes, so we thought you might like to have.
Picked by Joni. Joni picked these.
Yeah, this one was called Morning Blooms, and I loved it. It was like lilacs, and so you will get everything that you'll get in the original the first kit, and then you'll get that in this colorway.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
you'll need to buy the backing fabric separate.
Yes, okay, and then also like the
Or you could
fusible
use one of
fleece.
these as the backing. So if you get all this,
Okay.
so you'll get enough to make all 5 flowers. And if you bought the Embroidery Elegance kit, I guess that's what this is for. So
It's
if
for-
you don't have the designs, there's no point in you getting this kit. If you have the designs, you might want to make it in this colorway. And you'll get enough to make all 5 flowers, enough to make the table runner, but you won't get the backing. But if you just did placemats, you might be able to do the backing on you might be able to make 3 flowers
colorways.
and back them
Yeah.
with the fabric that you have in this kit. So
Okay, yeah, but it's been for those people who got the designs, because it doesn't come with
what
the
did
designs.
you back this with? You backed this with this.
It's that.
Should we
yes.
sell the yardage of this now?
I think so. Well,
Is it
well,
Vertex?
Do you think we have that in the system?
Yeah. Is it Vertex?
Sarah, you know how to add to the selection?
okay,
Could you get her to add that one?
This
okay.
one right here, Sunshine Blue Skies.
But Sarah's going to add the fabric for the backing. And I guess all you would need, so if you have a 45-inch table runner, you'll need to buy like 48 inches. So
Right.
you're going to need to buy 2 yards. We sell them by the yard in our fabric. So how much fabric is in the kit?
Okay.
There's actually, some of these were miscut, but
yeah.
let's
yeah,
tell
so-
them. Oh,
okay.
here's an example of the instructions too. This is
Right, yeah.
when we were proofreading. So here you could see the instructions for the flower I gave Joni. And here's the first page. It lays out, what to do at your beginning steps for all of these hexagons. You have your diagrams there. It tells you the fabrics that are labeled. And on page 3 of your instructions, you're going to have all your fabrics labeled A, B through F or H. I forget what it is. Or through H. And it will tell you what fabrics you need for that. And then it just goes through step by step what exactly you're doing. And then at the very end, you'll have assembly instructions. But I just gave her the instructions.
It's for, because yours
For
was-
part
was-
one and
you said
part
it was
2 of this
32.
one.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said it was 32 pages. So I just have a few pages that I was using.
Can we clarify that you have to buy the box
Yeah.
to
Yes.
get
So-
the designs, not the-
Yeah.
You
so-
could buy this kit, but there's no point in buying this kit unless you
Unless
have
you-
the designs.
Mm-hmm.
For the
This is the
fabrics,
backing?
This, yeah, okay.
Where'd that sheet? Oh, you have that sheet. They took the sheet away that has all the dimensions of the cuts.
Yeah, they took that one. Okay.
Yeah.
But it does, it'll be the same as, there you go.
So we wrote all over this one. So in this one, you'll get this fabric, and it'll be 24 by 22.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get this fabric. It's 18 by 22. You'll get this one, and it will be 31 by 22.
See, they can see it, like how nice it looks.
Oh yeah, here. How about I'll name them off. I'll hand them
Okay.
to you. You lay them pretty.
Okay.
You'll get. Oh wait, no, not that one.
This one.
This one.
I love this one. This
24
is
by
my
22
favorite.
in this cut.
Okay.
You will get this one.
This one. And this is a little
Just a
piece.
little piece of this one, 11 by 11.
Okay.
And then you will get the
this
other purple one,
like
which
that.
she used for the backing as well. Just a 6 by 11 cut of that.
And then this is the backgrounds for the
Yep.
flowers.
And the two different backgrounds, you'll get a 20 by 44 by width of fabric of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, does this colorway come with directions and a stick?
No, this
No,
colorway
no.
you need to buy
The kit first.
the
Right.
kit first.
Mhm.
If you buy the kit first, you get the designs, and then you'll get the fabric. And that's all the fabric that's inside your kits for that this colorway. So inside your boxes, you're getting all those designs. You're getting that cool flash drive. We didn't bring the flash drive over
Yeah,
either.
no, we
wait, is
didn't.
it the tulip?
The tulip,
It's
yeah.
right here in
Yeah.
front.
Oh, okay.
In this
Okay,
front.
okay.
I
Let's
saw it.
see.
I'm like, this must be his.
Yeah. Oh,
look at the
how
tulip.
cute.
Look at
Yeah.
the flash drive on this
Yeah,
one. So I was
wow, that
getting
is
these
so
flash drives
cute.
from
Yeah.
China,
Okay.
and
Look at that.
I really like this manufacturer that was making
Yeah,
these
so
flash
cute.
drives. And unfortunately, I'm probably going to have to find someone else to bring down the price and offer me a better
Mhm.
price, so I don't have to raise the price on these kits. It's hard to, it's really hard to source manufacturers in other countries, but
He has to get up in the
we're-
middle of the night. And
we're
do
gonna make
that.
it happen.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do. I stay up late at night after I'm done designing all day and
Rocking
Yeah.
the baby and
rocking
Yeah.
the baby
Okay.
after the kids are asleep, which they go to bed late.
Do they?
I don't. Yeah, but my kids, they're
They're not sleepers.
night owls. No,
Oh, okay.
no. Gray was up till like almost 1 a.m. on the weekend,
Okay.
and there's Maddie.
she's
Maddie
been
saying he
answering
doesn't
some.
sleep.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't sleep. Yeah, well, Gray doesn't sleep either. He must get it from his dad. Mary too. She's up all night. She's
what I
done
miss
throwing
about
up though. She's like done throwing up. She's not sick
That's
anymore.
good.
Is she coughing? Is the
No,
cough gone?
no, but she's saying dad, and it's
Oh,
really cute.
Yeah.
It's really
And she's
making
got a-
Maddie mad.
And yeah, it's making Maddie mad. Yeah, dad, 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 dad.
Yeah.
And it's very cute, and
Mhm.
I'm just so blessed.
Yes, you are. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. All right. So
I think
that
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm out.
Thank you,
All right.
And
Good.
you guys
Thank
are gonna play a
you.
game,
Some
right?
Mhm.
Nifty notions. we're gonna
Nifty
go into.
notions. See, we've got
John,
really
We're gonna
nifty,
Start with the lineup.
Yeah.
So nifty notions.
nifty notions.
You got one?
I got one.
Okay.
Okay.
And here's our little page with all that. Okay. So we're going to start with,
I'll play.
okay. So let's see.
Ooh, look at all of this
This
stuff.
nifty notions.
Lots of new
Yeah. So the
gadgets.
first thing is the backlit light up light pad. Okay.
Oh,
that
that
is
this?
right
Oh.
here. hmm So this is the LED light pad with a cutting mat. Ultra thin and lightweight. So we have it right here. And we were charging it up. Let's see. There's the, well, let's see.
No, it has to be plugged in.
It just has to be plugged in.
Here,
Okay.
let me get a plug. I think
Okay.
I got an extension cord.
Good. Okay. So it's an extension
Right over there by
cord.
the iron.
Yeah,
Should be one.
over this way. So let's
Okay.
swap it around.
Okay, you could, there we go, turn it around. And so it will light up, and then we have the cutting mat right here. Okay,
Okay, here's
and then, there we go. There's, I think,
turn
it's
this
lit up.
on.
Okay,
There you go.
okay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so how it lights up, and maybe we should put a piece of fabric down.
And the mat,
Goes on, and so you can cut through the mat. But I'm thinking that,
just had a piece of blue star.
Yeah, we'll just put a piece of fabric on down so you can see. Okay. So what I'm thinking is you could, let's see. So you'll be able to see through the
That's very cool.
wrap. Yeah. Yeah, and I know Ruth Ann used these a lot when she did her classic Santa
Right.
quilt.
The application.
Yeah, and every time she would look for it, and sometimes she couldn't find it, but she always used this. But it does have the 30-degree angle on it, and the 45, and then the 60-degree angle.
I just marked
So-
the price down too.
You did good.
What?
Okay.
Okay,
And then all the
this is-
1-inch marks are all marked on here, and the 1/2-inch marks.
This is a deal of the century
Yeah.
and
Yes.
10% back tonight.
Yeah. I always wanted one of these.
Oh my
How
gosh,
about
look
you?
at
Do you
this.
have one?
You know what? I don't. I
Might
might
be
get
your
one.
time.
Yeah.
'cause I think you could kind of multitask with this a little bit.
Yeah.
Even if
mhm.
you weren't using this for cutting, this makes a nice little light board for
Yeah,
tracing.
Right,
So
it does, yeah.
sometimes I like to do fashion sketches and trace out art. So, but it's
Mhm.
one of those things that it kind of
Yes.
multis
Mm-hmm.
as two things.
Yeah,
70
you cut on that. You cut on this mat, so you're able to cut right on the mat.
Those
Okay.
caterpillars are over hundreds of dollars. This is $72.88.
72.88
88.
That's a really good
Mhm.
deal.
and 10% back.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good
720
for
back in your
appliques. Yes.
I don't,
Okay.
Cheaper anywhere else on the internet.
and it's not cheaper
Never.
anywhere
Yeah.
else. So look,
Yeah.
Sarah marked down the price. So this is a super sale today with this. And
Mhm.
Bell
And
ringer.
then
bell ringer.
and they said, Linda Seitz says I won my light board way back when, and then somebody else said that they have one and they love it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, and they use it all the time.
This is so cute. The pink and
Mhm.
white. I love
Excellent
that.
price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, this is really
okay.
cute.
So that's that's one of our first nifty notion. And
Okay.
then we have
The tweezers, which I
the
think we pulled
tweezer.
out.
These are the Swiss they have the is it this one? This one is this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This one has like that very, it's at an angle. It looks like a hockey puck, but it's easy. It's easier to get if you're doing edge to edge sewing and you want to bring your bobbin thread up. So we drop the needle down and bring the bobbin thread up, and you can grab it really easily. So these are really nice tweezers.
And actually, you know what? If you're going to do skin and cut rhinestones, for the very few, if you sometimes have to just place one, these tweezers work perfect. Me and
Yeah.
Tommy used these a minute ago. So
Yeah, we like them because it has that angle on it. So maybe you can zoom in and take a look at the angle.
And that would also
Yeah.
work good for using for serger, right? Getting
Yes,
those threads through.
definitely, yeah. You need a good pair of tweezers. Okay, and then our next one is the, okay,
Flower pins.
the flower pins. Let's see. Okay, so oh, here they are. Okay, flower head pins. They're 2 1/8. There's 100 pins in here. Let's see if we can, but you can see there's a picture of them right here. So they're long, 2 inches and 1/8, but then they have the flat little flower on top, on the end, and you can iron over them. And in a cute little casing, nifty notions. So, but let's see.
Look how cute everything is. It's also
yeah, it's all pink. I
aesthetic.
really like
I love
pink.
it.
Yeah. There we go. So there we go. There's 100 pins.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, really nice. I like that they're flat and you can iron over them. Okay, so that is the flower head pins right here. Yeah, they're very cute. They're so they're here. I'll put up there. So, okay. And you could always use new pins. I don't know, they love the pink. Okay. And the
Elastic.
next one, this is okay, this one you can thread your elastic through your waistbands. So they call it the elastic loop turn and pull. So you can kind of, bring it through like right here and it will hold it in place. So let's see what they say. It's never been so easy to turn thin straps and handles right side out. It has that hook on it. And this amazing gadget will also thread elastic and drawstrings without twisting. Aren't you going to do a
Yeah,
drawstring?
you know what? Hey,
Yeah.
get these now. I didn't know we had these.
And we're going to use them tomorrow.
I think we definitely might be using
Yeah.
these tomorrow.
It will
so.
grip the end secure and pull it through.
Super
So
sale.
there's
Keep that
super
in mind.
sale.
Super sale.
Yeah, and there's 3 different sizes. So this one is like for your very thin, and then it gets a little wider as we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our elastic loop, turn, and pull. And get that because John is going to use it tomorrow. Okay, these are like snap bands for your stabilizer. So there's, somebody the other day used, this way? Okay, okay. Somebody the other day showed something out and they accidentally used a wash away stabilizer instead of a no-show. Okay, so they look very, very similar.
I remember that. Yeah, they do look similar. So keeping your stabilizers organized is super important.
Keep them organized. Okay, $25 will go to Darlene Matthews. Congratulations. To Darlene.
Congratulations,
Okay. Yeah, so this is Nifty Notion. They're snap bands for your stabilizers. And I see wash away and keep your interfacing and stabilizer collection organized with these handy slap band labels. The package contains 1 cutaway, 1 tear away, 1 wash away, and 2 blank, so you can write on them. Just roll up your material and bend the band around it to keep it nice and tidy. A must-have, yeah. You don't want to go to all that trouble to sew something out and then find out you have the wrong stabilizer on it. Nifty Notions, this is a bobbin clamp. There's 8 of them, so you can clamp your bobbin to your spool of thread. I hate that when you have all your bobbins and the threads are all coming out. So this will keep everything together for you.
Look how nice that is. And you know what? I like to say nice and neat and organized. Am I? No. But I like to try.
Yeah. Yeah. But I love notions like this. Okay. This way? Okay, there we go. Okay, and so that is the bobbin. This is the bobbin clamps. And then this one is the bobbin holder. So let's see which one we might like better. The bobbin holders will use this handy bobbin holder to keep your bobbin together with your spool of thread. Rubber spokes fit most spools of thread. Now, does this one do the same thing? It says, bobbin organization and storage made easy. Simply slip it over the thread and it won't come unwound. Okay, so this one will not attach to your spool of thread, but you can slip it over the thread and it won't come unwound, which I like a lot. And it fits most brands of home machine bobbins. So, but now this one will keep the bobbin and your spool of thread together. So
I love that. I love that. I just love these. I've never even seen these till just now, and I'm just like, I think I need to get a couple of these. So if you guys don't buy all of them, I'm getting a couple of these. So don't forget, this is a super sale on all these prices for all Nifty Notions. And I think we have one last thing to show, right?
Okay, yes. Yeah, this is the laser. And we, Gloria and I, used one of these a long time ago. We were doing like wall hangings, and let's see, we use this like to straighten our edges. So let's see, let's turn this on. Okay, and I'm going to put this here, and what you can do is kind of line it up with your grid mark on your cutting mat, or like that, and I think you can see that. And it goes really, really long. Like if I were to turn it this way and put it hand at the table, it goes all the way to the wall. But so you can lay that down, and it's also a leveling. And so I can see right here, there's a little bubble. It's like a level that your leveling tool you have in your garage. And it has a little bubble there to show me that it's level. And then you line it up, and then you can lay your fabric over it and then cut it and straighten it out. That's
so
what
maybe we
did
could see a little bit better with the light off.
It's only $12.88.
You're right.
$12.88.
That's
Yeah.
a ringer.
Yeah. Okay.
$12.88 for that.
Yeah.
You would think that would be like $80. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Well,
Works well to
Yeah,
sew up a
and it's
quilt.
also a level where you could just use it for that if you wanted to. If you were hanging pictures or something,
It is
couldn't
a
you
nice
do
gift
that?
for hubbies too. Somebody said her husband would take that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for cutting wood.
I might have to get this for my sister just so because it's pink and she likes her hardware tools. So my sister
Such a
works
thing.
in construction.
Oh, does
One
she?
of the two sisters, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, so that is our laser cutter. So
These
we'll
are
turn that off. Okay.
Oh, this is another belt
Yeah,
ringer
yeah.
deal.
This is the thread.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, there's the Aurifil thread, and these are called color builders. So this one is called Fangy Pansy. Fangy Pansy, and these colors are like different shades. I believe this one is the different shades of gray. Yes. Oh no, this one is very, very pretty. It has like a lit. I would call that like a
pretty that
mint,
is.
a very
That's a
pretty
mint.
pastel mint green. And then there's two variegateds, and this one is like a cream white with a tan, and then the other one is the opposite of it. It is like a tan with a cream white.
Those are really pretty. I love all three of these colors. They're neutrals. Can you do decorative stitches with that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
that would look
definitely.
so pretty
Yes.
with those
This-
variegated.
Yes, this is a 50 weight, 3 large spools of thread, and let's see if they tell us how much thread is on there. But they do call them color builders, and they can definitely see that it's a beautiful set of thread. Okay, so that one, and then we have this one is called Spider Lily.
Spider Lily.
Lily, Aurifil thread. I love Aurifil thread. Which when you sew with that, it just kind of glides through the machine. It just feels so so nice. Now this one is a white, and then there again 2 variegated. So we have the black and white variegated. Okay, so the black with the white, and then this one is it has more black in it with the white.
So pretty.
I really like that.
There's one
That's
more.
my
You
favorite.
do that. What would you do though with that?
I think I would actually want to do some decorative stitching
okay.
with that. You know, there's that beautiful S stitch
Yes,
in all the machines.
yes,
I think that would look really cool.
Serpentine stitch. That would be very pretty. I'd probably like to
Wait,
do
we have one
edge to
more.
edge. Okay, and then we have another one, and this one is blues. So we have the pretty shade of blue, and then the 2 variegated, and the one this one I see like white and blue and like a darker blue, and this one is more like a white and a blue. You know,
Those are all
It's-
really
yeah.
pretty. You know what you could also do with those variegated threads in there in case you're wondering?
yeah, you
Rope
can do that.
bowls.
Rope bowls.
right.
Yeah,
Rope
sew them
bowls.
together.
Okay,
Okay.
this is a bell ringer,
Okay,
guys.
so this is.
Oh my gosh,
okay.
we all got to
Oh,
get in here.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have not
so-
played this game.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so any of you guys that were on the cruise with us, you got the opportunity to play left, right, center, which was a dice game that we did up in the, what was that, the Schooner Bar, and with our piano guy player. So what this is it's 3 dice. These are
Okay.
in the bubble right now, and they are only $5. What? You lowered them?
Yeah, okay.
$4.59. Okay, this is a great price. So you get these 3 dice.
And you play with back quarters instead of.
Well, we
instead-
played with $1 bills, and you start with 3 $1 bills. But my ladies on the cruise said we play with fat quarters. I said that
Oh.
is fabulous. So we all have 3 fat quarters.
Okay.
Where's Kate? Does she have her 3?
Okay, everybody, you got one? And here's
Sarah
Sarah.
has hers.
And
Okay.
Steve
So
has
we're all
his.
playing together.
Here, Kate has hers. So what you do, John, is you roll first. I'm just going to man it here.
Okay.
Alright. So we roll.
Okay, so now you have 2 lefts
Where's
and a
Sarah?
center.
Here's Sarah.
Yep.
So you give 2 to your left person, which is going to be Kate,
sorry,
and 1 to their
it's
center.
Yep.
Okay.
So now you have no fat quarters left, but you might get
Already
some
out.
back.
Okay, so
I'm
I
already
get
out.
2.
No. Now it's Sarah's turn.
Oh, okay. So we're taking this. I
Yep.
thought we were all doing it.
Yep. Nope. Okay, 1 to the center. That's what the star is. The center,
Okay.
and you get to keep all your other ones. You
Okay.
are safe. All right, Joni.
Okay.
Left, right, center. Great for
Okay.
camping trip. 1 to the center,
Center. Okay.
and you get to keep your other ones.
Okay,
So
good.
now,
Cool.
Stephen, you have 3.
No whammies, big money.
1 to
One
your
to the
right. Okay, Kate, you have more than 3, so you get to roll your 3 die, and you get 1 to your right. That's back to John. John, you're back
Yep,
in.
and so you're back
But
in.
you have 1, so you have to roll 1 die.
So
And you're
and I get
keeping
to keep it.
So now it goes to Sarah. So this
Okay.
game is a lot of fun. Some people, are, like Troy said, they play at their Christmas party at the
Okay.
Quilters Club.
Okay.
They've played with fat quarter bundles.
Okay.
They've played with
And I
$1
too.
bills. Mystery bags
Okay,
is
so-
another one.
To the center.
So-
Okay, so I'm okay. So I don't have any.
But you could still get back in the game.
Yes, and this game is so fun. We were all playing
Oh,
this.
safe.
This I think we played this every single
is-
night,
We did.
You go. Roll.
Why didn't Kate go?
Oh, we skipped.
left and
Sorry.
right.
Okay, well, we're done playing for now,
Yes.
but I
Yeah,
will
yeah.
tell you, it is a lot of fun, and there's a lot. Yes, you need your blue drink, and there's a lot of people that don't know their left from their right after a couple wines. That's for
That
sure.
would be me.
Okay, well, that is in the bubble,
Oh,
guys, for
look at
$4.59.
Okay, that sounds
It's
like a
cute.
real. You could
Here.
do with anything. You could do with
Guys.
candy bars. You know, if you
Anything.
had kids, that would be a great way for
This is the game, and you're going to get it in a little baggie, and it's going to be so much fun for any event.
Mhm.
Yes, you're definitely gonna want to get this, and you might be thinking, oh, you know what? What? It's $4.59. I would just throw this in the cart because you're gonna actually have way more fun
I
with
have
this
one
game
in my
than you
car, I
realize.
have one in my purse, one in my suitcase.
Oh,
'cause
do you
We
really?
just need these.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now what is?
Oh, let's do our fat quarters. Yep, let's do those.
Oh.
Mhm.
So we have fat quarter bundles.
Okay. This one is the Hoffman Woodland
Let's
fat
just-
quarter bundle, 20 fat quarters. It's really beautiful.
We can get that back.
Yeah. So there we go. These are beautiful fat quarters. Yeah. And all kinds of. Yeah. They will just lay some out so you can see. This is all
Fat
right.
quarters are 18 by 22.
Mm-hmm.
So 18 by 22. Yeah, keep going there.
Okay. All right. Okay. So here we're gonna do this. Okay. So we can play this game. Okay.
See, these are all earth tones. In fact, batiks are great to work with because there's no wrong side to them. So this one, you get how many fat quarters are there, Joan?
I
Does
believe
it
this.
say 20?
Yes.
So 20 fat quarters.
20 fat quarters. There. They're beautiful. Okay.
I wouldn't play left, right, center with these.
No,
'Cause
no,
I wouldn't
no,
wanna
you
give
wouldn't
them away.
I wouldn't want to
Yes.
give them away either. I'd like
Yeah.
to look at them for a while. Yeah, and find a really nice pattern to do something with.
So the next set's like cool blues and greens.
Yeah, this is very pretty.
These
too.
are a lot of earth tones. This set was.
Yeah, so this one, so we open this one up.
Yeah. Let's open it up.
Okay. Here, I'm just gonna just kind of
Ooh,
untie
we're
it.
off the center here, Joni. I'm going to scoot your way.
Okay.
There we go. Right there.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, so there we go. So this one looks like blues.
Oh my gosh! If you do it with drinks, it's hard with drinks. Yeah, that's you can't do it with shots.
Yeah, so there's blues and greens.
Remember, this is the last Thursday, you get 10% back.
Yes. Okay, so get these fat quarters.
So 20
Yeah,
fat
pretty.
quarters.
Yeah,
Yep.
these are
These
20.
are gorgeous.
These are really pretty. Let's see, we'll put some over here. There we go. Okay, I'll put that one down. Okay. Look at this one. Ooh.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, there's 20. Pretty.
So
straighten them up.
pretty.
Those are nice, pretty. Yep.
Yeah, but that would be fun to play that game. And
And
do
win
you
a bunch of fat
and
quarters.
yeah, and then you'd want to keep going because you'd want to.
Yeah, so then by the end of the round, all the center pieces, whoever has one dice left wins the center.
Oh,
It's just
so
so fun.
somebody can actually
yes.
win quite a few.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so now we have the.
Kimberbell's
Oh.
Star Spangled Beauty.
Okay,
Mhm.
I have a couple things to say about this.
Okay.
So, Star Spangled, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't put a mic on.
Mhm.
Oh, Star Spangled Beauty is a real beauty, and I have been promoting this for the last couple weeks since we've gotten it in. So Paula and Carol helped me fix this all up pretty. It's such a good pattern. It's a free pattern on Moda Bake Shop. This one is the charm pack size, which will end 32 by 32. You can certainly add borders, make it bigger. We're selling the layer cake one tonight, which you'll get the layer cake, enough white fabric, and the pattern all included in there to make the top of the quilt. So much fun.
So the layer cake version finishes up to be a 72 by 72 inch quilt. So you'll get the layer cake for all the pattern pieces, and then the white on white here for all the background pieces. But it makes this same quilt, but in the big size, the 72 by 72.
Right, and the free pattern.
And the free pattern.
And the bow.
And the bow.
And the bow. Okay.
And the bow.
Yeah.
And then there's a fat quarter bundle still. I am still able to get more of these. It is a lovely, lovely collection. So definitely grab it while we have it. And the extra 10% back.
I always say you need one to use and one to look at.
Yes, you do.
Because they're like, you can decorate with these,
One
right?
to save.
Yes.
Okay. And then these are, okay.
Some new embroidery designs. We're always looking for new embroidery designs.
Oh my gosh, these were so cute.
Yeah, these Kathy's sewed some of these out there. It's called coffee break. So we have no coffee, no worky.
Yeah, let me just tell you about this. We just got it in, okay? And there's 8 different designs on here. You can make either mug rugs or pillows. They're all the same size. The directions are 3 pages. That's it.
That's
They were
it.
so easy to
I
follow.
know. Okay.
The background quilting and the quilting on here was so good. Kate's going to zoom in on that. The fonts are beautiful. So
It does stitch out really nice.
I know.
Yeah.
No coffee, no worky. You can do a little pillow. You can do a little mug rug.
So we got no coffee, no worky. Espresso yourself. Coffee because it's Monday. Rise and grind. I like that. Rise and grind.
I almost did that one. Yeah.
Save the compliments. I'll take coffee. Yeah, that's good. Give me coffee and no one gets hurt.
Yes.
Hug and a mug. Yep. And you're my cup of tea. Yep. Serving something for the tea drinker. So those are cute mug rugs patterns.
And they're done in the 6x10 hoop, so they're a little bigger.
They are a little bigger.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like the bigger ones.
You could gift that up with like a couple tea bags, gift cards, put a little bow on it, and that'd be a nice little gift. And then the pillows are cute too. Yeah.
Yeah, they are cute.
that's
And the
cute.
coffee, you have a little
Yep.
pot of coffee. That's really cute.
No
That's
coffee,
a really good one.
no worky.
I just can't stress enough how cute this background quilting is. It has little cups and little steam coming out of the cups. And you can kind of see it on the front of that one too. And the background quilting was included and on the cup too. All this was included in there. So it's really cute pattern.
A little heart on the tea bag.
For the
Yeah,
coffee
that's
lovers
really cute.
and our tea
Yep.
lovers.
Yeah, 6x10 hoop for those.
Correct.
And good.
Okay.
And I'm
That's that.
telling you, 3 pages for the directions. That was like a no-brainer.
Okay, the machine
Okay,
embroidery.
next one are these.
Oh yeah, these
these
are
turned
these
out
are
really
these.
cute.
Yeah, this is Animal Friends quilted mug rugs. So there's a frog and it looks like a monkey. They have a dog and a monkey, frog. Looks like a fox and
Hoot
an
owl.
owl.
Those are cute.
Those were super fun and super fast to make too. And there's 5 on there. These are limited. Once these are gone, these are gone. So get them while they're in there and you'll get the 10% back. But how cute are they? They sewed up
These
very
are cute
quick.
mug rugs for kids. To give the kids if you want to do like a little storybook or something like that.
Little kids
or-
party or even
Yep.
just to have a
Little
dinner
gift card.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you see, and now they have the envelope back. And Kathy said it's famous for just tucking a little gift card, a little snack,
Cookies.
little cookies,
Little
a candy
silver
bar
Candy,
inside
yeah.
there. Yeah, yeah.
There's the owl and the frog and the, I guess this one's a squirrel.
Those went to waitlist. Are they a download? Yes, they are a download.
They are a download,
Yep.
and I don't think Sarah said we could get more, but
I
we'll.
think we can actually.
Oh,
It
she
said
said we can
pre-order though, so
pre-order.
only have 5 in.
So this was a new item. So they're
Okay.
yeah.
So you
Okay.
might be able to get them.
So this is the first one. I think it's the Okay, so this, I sewed one block out today. It's Farmhouse Star Quilt by Lori Holt and the embroidery designs by Riley Blake. And I have
yes,
a
that's the
sample
sample.
right
Oh,
here.
wow.
And we sewed this out today, and it's beautiful. It has, this was block number 1, and we used a layer cake for all the fabrics, and it does come in 3 different sizes. There's the wall hanging, which is like 30 by 30, and a lap quilt, which is like 40 by 40, and a throw quilt, 50 by 50. We started the one for the throw quilt. We use the 9 by 14 inch hoop. The lap quilt you would need the 8 by 12, and then the wall hanging a 6 by 10. And it comes in all the different formats, and it is on a USB stick with the directions on the USB stick and all the embroidery designs. So that is what it will look like when it's done. Let's see if maybe in the back, no, yeah, I think that's a better one. But we did the one block, and I just love the digitizing on it. We're going to have Kate kind of zoom in and look at this. This has, if you see the stitching, it's not just a satin stitch. It has a little pattern to it. There's like little, it looks like beads, I think. And then over here it has, I would say that looks like it's like a swirls or like part of a flower or something. And then down here, we had the star, and then that one looks really detailed stitching.
Like this here too.
Yeah. Yeah, that one is very pretty. Yeah, so that was one full block, and so it comes with the USB stick in it, and then I think the next thing we have is probably the
10-inch stacker?
yeah, there we go. So these are the fabrics that you'll get in this one, and that's what we used so far. That's all we've used is the layer cake, but it has all the fabrics in it.
So the layer cake will do all the blocks, and then you just need something for background?
Yes,
Okay.
and we have a kit for that. So we put together
They're
4.
asking the fabric line. It is the Americana. that we're
Americana.
using for the spring event,
Yes.
and this is by
Yes,
Riley
so
Blake.
it would go nice with all the other things that you're going to make at the spring event. And so we have the layer cake, and then we have 4 half yards of like the cream colored to use for the sashing and things like that. So there would be, so that one is like a cream with a little blue print to it, cream with a turquoise and like little circles. Then we have the cream with the pinks and the gold. I love the color she used. There's a lot of, like a cranberry. They're all different shades of red. And then I love this one too. But this is what we're going to be using at the spring event. And there's going to be a purse and also maybe appliques for the jeans, and then also the bowls. So, and remember, you get 10% back tonight. Okay, so how is that? Okay, and then this one is also a Lori Holt. It's called Autumn Love Quilt by Lori Holt, a Bee in My Bonnet, and the Riley Blake machine embroidery designs. And this one has like a house, and it has autumn written on it, and then there's all these different embroideries of autumn things, like there's a scarecrow.
They want to know these sizes, like the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the wall size, the wall quilt, you need a 6 by 10 hoop, and it's going to be 29 by 29, 30 by 30. Lap quilt is 40 by 40, and you need 8 by 12. Should we show them here?
Yeah.
So sizes, the wall size is 29 3/4 by 29 3/4 with a 6 by 10 hoop needed. Lap quilt is 39.5 by 39.5 with an 8 by 12. And then 9.5 by 14 hoop will give you a 50 by or 49 by 49. And it comes in all the formats. The USB is included. What's the back say? Create Lori's popular farmhouse star quilt in 3 project sizes with in-the-hoop piecing and machine embroidery applique techniques using My Bonnet's exclusive cover stitching. Oh, that's what they're talking about. Featuring fabrics from the 2025 Americana collection. It's really cute.
Yeah. Yeah, she calls her satin stitch like a cover stitch because it really isn't a satin stitch. It's got a lot of more detail to it. So she calls it the cover stitch.
Yep.
It's really nice, really, really, and I love the fabric. I just think the colors are just
Let's grab
beautiful.
the jelly roll.
Okay, so then we have
Midway prize.
Midway. Let's see. Do you want to go ahead and say?
Fran Fernald.
Oh, okay.
Fran Fernald.
Congratulations.
I know you're up. You're local. You're in the yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the boutique jelly roll, and then also the book to go with it. So congratulations, Fran.
Okay.
Okay, and now we have, some more fun.
Okay.
old
So
stuff.
So this is
Let's do
a
this one too. I think the fabric. We'll do this one.
the jelly roll.
roll?
Yeah. That definitely that would be nice to have for the quilt. And so those are all this. You can see all the beautiful colors, and I'm in awe over it, just like Wander Lane fabric. It's just she puts together colors that I wouldn't think of, but they go together beautifully.
So pretty.
Okay, and then we have a little mug, and
That's a bell ringer. I think it's too cute.
it is
it's
very
a tin
cute.
mug. Oh,
It's
it
a
is
tin
super
mug.
cute.
That's very cute. So that will go very, with all our projects that we're going to make at the spring event. And there's a flag. Gloria's going to do a flag with an IQ designer. So that is really cute. Okay.
And next is the mechanical pencils.
Okay.
I love those.
All right. So Busy Bee pencils, mechanical. Did you take mechanical drawing, or did they not do that one?
Yes, they did that.
Yeah.
I used mechanical pencils, but I did not take mechanical drawing.
I had my
Only
daughter.
kind of pencils my
my-
daughters will work with.
Yeah, my daughter took mechanical drawing. I wanted her to be an architect. So she took it. She did well at it. She did not become an architect.
But that's okay.
I always went to the pencil sharpener so I could talk to someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got up and walked around and,
Yeah,
Mhm.
caused a ruckus. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
next
now
is the
this
charm.
is the little charm. And this is inspiring Gloria for her project. So we're going to make a pillow that looks very similar to that. And it's really cute. It's a charm with the lobster clasp on it, and really pretty.
I think I'm gonna do my. Yeah. Is that
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we are going to go on to a little demo on the Bernina 990. So I have a with sewing. The Berninas are really known for their sewing capabilities, and I've been practicing making like a pseudo purse strap with some leather. So I wanted to show you. You know what? I'll bring them up here. So. Let's see. The top stitching. I'm worried about the top stitching. Zoom in like right around here. I'm looking for that like perfect. Let me zoom out just a little. The perfect top stitch on this leather, on the Bernina, and then I also did like a serpentine down the side, down the middle. So I just wanted to show over here on the Bernina 990 how smooth it is sewing through any kind of materials at all. Even if we folded this over and tried to sew through all these layers, the machine is going to go right through as for us too. So we're going to go over to our 990. So I have the 52D foot on the machine. That is one of the Teflon coated feet. But it also has, with the D, it has the ability for that dual feed to come down in the back. But the green is the Teflon, so that when you're using kind of sticky materials like this leather, it's going to smoothly glide over it. But I like the Bernina feet because they're all in one piece and they're easy to put on. So I'm going to take that dual feet up for now. And then we'll put our foot on here. No screwdriver needed for the Bernina feet to put on. There's just a lever here that puts in place. And we can drop our dual feet down. So you just pull this down in the back and it drops in place. But we're going to put a serpentine on the stitch. So we have it in sewing mode here. So I'm going to select the serpentine. And it remembers the last settings that I had for this stitch. So I had it set up this way. And we're just going to sew down the middle of this.
Oh my gosh, look at that. It just sewed through it like it was butter.
Sew through leather, like, and there's a couple layers here. And if you have to do some heavy sewing to sew through, like for, if you're doing bag making and things, so if we fold this over and we sew through these layers, it'll go through this layer just fine too. So you can fold that over and you're able to sew through those layers too. And you get a perfect stitch length the way the machine feeds with that dual feed. So if you're looking for a machine that's really solid with its capable sewing capabilities and the precision with the Berninas, I've been really impressed and pleased with what I've experienced with it. So we're going to be doing more demos on the 990. And if anyone has any questions and want to learn more about it, they can reach out to us, give us a call, and we can talk more about it. So the green foot was the Teflon foot. It's the 52D is what they call that one. So
let's see, what do we have next?
So some gift cards from Gloria Horn? Okay. So if you would like to buy some Gloria bucks, we're offering some gift cards tonight. They are eligible for that 10% credit back, so they earn that 10% credit back. Yes, the Sherry, the machine is definitely solid mechanical. You can kind of sew through pretty much anything. And the needle I had in there was a 9014 needle. So, but we have $250 Gloria bucks and 10% credit back. We'll give you what, $25, Shoni? So if you want to stack up on some gift cards, you can do that. So we have one for $250. We also have $100 gift cards. So you can buy those for yourself or someone else. We have $50 gift cards.
And this is, do they get the 10%?
And they do.
They do?
They do.
So this is their last chance to get that.
Last chance,
yes. Okay.
So. And then we have some down to $25. So all the way through. Then we have some Simplicity sewing patterns with John coming up.
Okay.
So
Alrighty, hi everyone. Simplicity pattern that Genevieve and I are going to be showing tomorrow. We're super excited, and I think Kate's a little nervous because we're going to make Kate sew for the first time. So we're going to use a couple lineup of machines, and we are going to use the Applaud just for some decorative stitching. So, but here's the pattern right here. It's Simplicity 9127. This is a perfect pattern if you have a couple yards of fabric laying around and you just want to make a pair of easy pajama pants. They are so easy, and it comes in multiple sizes, children's, teens, and then adults. So really fun, really easy to make, and I cannot wait to show you all tomorrow. So definitely tune in tomorrow at 12 o'clock for Genevieve and I when we show this. So, and I do have a couple other things. So up first, I have a new tailor's clapper from Gypsy Quilter. So this one is quite bigger than the other one. I have two at home that are like this, and I really like them. Sometimes I like to use the bigger one when I'm doing something a little heavier that I'm trying to just clamp down and use to really set that seam. And sometimes you might have a bigger hand like me, and the bigger one is just a little bit more comfortable. So this one is in the bubble 133. And then I do have the smaller one as well. So this is the, I believe, 7-inch one. So this one might fit in your hand a little better. It's lighter weight. It's really nice. So these are essential tools to really give your garments a professional look. I definitely recommend getting these if you don't have one already. And then I think just one more little thing for me tonight is the mini ironing board, or also known as a sleeve board. So I actually use one of these a lot at home. I iron my clothes every day before work, and sometimes if I'm wearing a long sleeve button down, I will use this to iron my sleeves. But we use these a lot actually in garment sewing, just so that we could get sleeves over and press out like seams and make sure that they're nice and smooth. And I also like to use these for certain things when I'm pressing seams flat and then I'm using my tailor's clapper. So make sure that you definitely get a mini ironing board too. It just really helps out a lot. So, alrighty, and then I think Joni's back in here.
Are we doing the feet now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to do first.
Why don't we show the 5/8-inch seam allowance foot first real
Yeah,
quick?
that one is.
I have it over by the machine
Yeah.
here.
Okay. So I picked out some of my favorite feet. So I'm going to demonstrate a couple of them, and then we're going to talk about some other ones. So the first one I'm going to do is the 5/8-inch adjustable seam guide foot. And so we're going to go over the machine, and we'll do that one, and then I'm going to go right into the gathering foot, which is like the most favorite foot forever. You know, this has been around a long, long time, but everybody always is in awe of it when they see what it can do. So I'm going to go over here, and yeah, I guess we'll. All right, so we're going to do, first of all, the 5/8 adjustable seam guide foot.
I forgot to change the camera. Oops.
Okay.
And so if you don't have this foot already and you're going to make these pants tomorrow, this is the perfect foot if you're a beginner in a garment sewing, because you could line it right up at that 5/8-inch seam allowance. That's the standard on these simplicity patterns. And you don't have to question if you're going over that seam allowance, because it is true when they say 1/8 of an inch could change the entire fit of a garment.
Yes,
So,
okay. Okay, what I love about the feet is that, let's see, okay, they always give you instructions on how to use it. So every foot comes with instructions, and also, so this one is very easy to use. What we'll do is just take off the regular J foot, and then we'll go ahead and snap on the adjustable seam guide foot, and it has this really nice guide on it. And right here, there's an extra bar that sticks out to the right, and it's marked with a red line for every 1/8 of an inch, and it just kind of slides back and forth, and it will lock itself into place in each one of those different notches. So let's say I wanted to do, so I'm going to snap that foot on, and then we're going to set that at the 5/8 in seam allowance. Now most of the time, and you'll do a 5/8 in seam allowance when you're sewing clothing. So that's why that measurement is so important. So what I'll do is I'll just use a straight stitch, and I'll put 2 pieces of fabric together, right sides together, and we'll just lower the foot. And I'm just going to keep my eye on my guide, and it has something for it to rest right against. So you'll get a perfectly straight 5/8 inch seam allowance. Although I didn't select the stitch. Look what I did. Okay, I was practicing my gathering stitch. So let's take this out. I don't have a 5/8 inch seam allowance because my needle was over to the left. So I'm going to go to stitch number 3. Okay, and then now my needle's back in the center. So what we'll do is just lay that down and start to sew. There we go. And I'm just going to keep my eye on the edge of the fabric against that guide. So it's perfect for beginner sewers. It's anybody that wants, sew perfectly straight.
Mm-hmm.
Now-
And Joni, if you don't mind me asking, that foot that does go down below 5/8, correct? You can make it go down to a 4th?
And they on the paper, that's why I got it out. They suggested the different seam allowances, like for the 3/8 inch seams. It used to be always 5/8, but many times now you'll get a pattern and you'll find that they'll say 1/2 inch seam allowances or 3/8 inch seam allowances. So they do on this paper suggest 3/8 is for some children's clothing and doll clothing, 1/2 inch for home decor and craft projects, and then 5/8 for garment sewing, and then 1 inch for garment tailoring and hems. So it's nice to have that for hems too.
So it'll go down to 1/4 inch?
It will, yes, it will. So you'll go right, just move that all the way over, and you'll have your 1/4 inch. And it's like it'll go right up against the side of the foot. Now let's see if that's the perfect 1/4 inch. If it's not, it's a little bit wider than that. So what I would do is just move my needle. So I would just go over to the left-right shift and move that over a couple little notches, and then you'd have your perfect 1/4 inch. So you could use that one as your 1/4 inch foot too. Okay. And then, yes, so that is my seam guide foot. Okay, now we're going to get ready to do the gathering foot. Now the gathering foot is right here, and it is this. Now, if you have a low shank machine, you are all ready to put this on and use it. Okay, you can see how the ankle is not very long. Okay, so if you have anything for like a Jubilant or all the way up to the Soprano, you're going to just, you're able to put this foot right on your machine. You'll take your ankle off and put this one on. But if you have a high shank machine, those are the higher end machines, like anything from the Ariel all the way up to the Radiance. That is a high shank machine. So what you need to do is put on your adapter. Okay, so this is the adapter, and this adapter turns the machine into a low shank machine. So what I'll do is I'll just raise the foot, and we're going to take off the entire ankle. And this adapter did come with your machine, but if you misplaced it or you can't find it, then you are able to get another one. So right here, so you're going to take off the ankle and take this screw completely out, okay? And then right here, you can see it has like an old, it's curved right here, and so is the presser foot bar. So we're just going to match up the curve and then put this one back in. Sometimes you have to feel for that. There it goes. So we're going to tighten that up. And now I have my adapter on, and now my machine is a low shank. Okay, and there's a couple of feet that you need to do that for, like the Echo quilting foot, the adjustable bias binder, you need to do that for it, and then also the gathering foot. So the gathering foot you'll just slide that on like that, and then we'll tighten that up. Okay, now the stitch that we're going to choose for this one is, I'm going to go to the basting stitch, which is stitch in menu number 1, stitch number 8. And that puts the needle in the left-hand position. And that's really important. And I'll show you in a minute why I want the needle in the left-hand position. But so it's selected for me the longest stitch length at a 5 millimeter. But look at the tension. The tension is on 1. That's because with basting, usually the stitch comes out, so it's on a very, very low tension. I need to raise that up. I want my longest stitch length, and I need to take my tension all the way back up to 6. Okay, so if you don't have, if you have like the Jubilant or, ones that that don't have the basting stitch there, what you'll do is you'll select the stitch in the, with the needle in the left-hand position and raise your tension up to 6 and also your stitch length to 5. So we're going to go up to 6. It's anywhere between 6 and 9, but I always kind of feel like 6 is good. Okay. All right, then we're going to take a strip of fabric that I have over here, and I should have 2 strips. Okay, right there, a short one and a long one. So we're going to put right sides up, and I'm going to lower the foot, and then we'll just start to sew. Okay, there it goes, and it's gathering. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, here we'll go a little bit more. Okay, then we're going to take this piece, and we're going to put right sides together, and let's just slide this right, there's a little slot in here, and you take this fabric and you put it right in there. Okay, so this is why you need the needle over in the left-hand position, because it doesn't go the whole way through the foot. It just, so if I had the needle over in this center, I'd be sewing awfully close to the edge of the fabric. So this is a shorter piece, and we're just going to start to guide this in and there. And if you put a little bit of tension on the upper fabric, you're going to get more gathers. So you kind of feel like the top piece, you feel like it's growing on you, and the other one is shrinking on you. And you just sew that together. And then you'll have one layer that is not gathered, and it is sewn to a gathered piece. Okay, and then we're going to just cut the thread and take it out, and this is what it looks like. So you have a flat piece gathered and sewn to a gathered piece. And then so you can gather just a single layer, or you can sew 2 pieces together.
And you know what? That foot could be really versatile too, especially if garment sewing. You could use that to create a flounce on a garment. Mm-hmm. So, you might be thinking, oh, well, what am I going to use that for? You could use it for a lot of
Anytime you
things.
need gathers, you'd want to put the gathering foot on. Mm-hmm. So, okay, so those are the 2 I was going to demo, and then there's a couple more that were my favorite feet. So we'll go back over here. Okay, and let's see, the next one will be the Teflon foot. So the Teflon foot is really nice for sewing on plastic and vinyl, just like Steve just did on the Bernina. So this would be the Teflon foot for the Baby Lock or the Brother machine. And so this one will not stick to plastic or vinyl or leather. So if you're sewing on those, sometimes the metal ones will stick. So this is your Teflon foot. It's a really nice foot to have. Okay. And then we also have, now we have the Baby Lock double cording foot on here. This, and I don't, we're going to have Mary Lou try this out with her baskets to see if she likes it. I know years ago we used to do the baskets. We would take clothesline and wrap it with fabric, and then we sewed those strips together, and using the cording foot, it's a double cording foot, and this one has 2 like really nice big grooves in it for those for cording to go through. So a lot of home deck can be made with this, with the double cording. This one is 4 to 6 millimeters, but tomorrow Mary Lou's going to come in and she's going to try out the double cording foot there's also one in 7 to 8 millimeters. So she's going to try it out on her basket. So that you might want to wait on that one and see what she likes.
This is beautiful.
I know, isn't that gorgeous?
I would just make miles and miles of
As a
this.
tour-
Just
yeah,
to look
that's
at.
really good.
Yes,
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so, okay. So I would, so I probably wait on that one to see but that's a really nice foot. I guess their cording is 1/4 of an inch, and I Googled it, and then her millimeters, it's 6.35. So I'm assuming that they would probably want the one that's 7 to 8 millimeters.
This would work too. If you look at the grooves, that looks like about right too.
Yeah.
I think you could use that too. Yeah.
Okay, but that's a nice foot. Okay. Then we have our next one is the 1/4 inch piecing foot. All right, so this is the 1/4 inch piecing foot, and the reason why I like this one so much is because it has this leveling button on it. There's a couple of reasons why I like this one so much. It has this little little button on the side, and as you sometimes when you're piecing, especially if you have points coming together, it gets really thick. So you can use the leveling button to kind of level out your foot, and it will just glide over that little hump.
Yep.
Okay, so I like that, and it also has a bigger opening there for the needle. Some of the machines do come with a 1/4 inch piecing foot, but the opening is very, very small. It's just room enough for the needle to go through. This one, you can adjust the needle a little bit, so you can do a scant 1/4 inch. It's a little bit wider too, so it will hold your fabric down nice and flat. And then you also have markings right here that you can line when you go to turn a corner, you can line up the edge of your fabric with those markings. So that's one of my very favorite feet. Okay. Then we have
It's kind of like shoes, Joni,
yeah,
right?
no, yes, yeah.
How many pairs
Big
of
shoes
How
do
many
you
pairs
have?
of shoes do you
Do
have?
you have? Yeah, like some people have. So you need all these feet,
do.
just like
Yeah.
you need all those different shoes.
Great shoes. Just think of these as shoes.
Yeah,
right?
just that's a good way to think of
Yep.
it. Just think of these as shoes. Yeah. Okay. So that's the 1/4 inch piecing, and the next one is the open toe foot. Now this one is clear, so it makes it even easier to see. The open toe foot has this big opening in it, so you can use decorative stitches and you can see what you're sewing. But also on the back, it has this really nice groove in it, so that those stitches that have real short stitch lengths will just kind of glide underneath. The J foot, here, let's show the J foot. And that's the one that you're, probably the one you use the most. But see how it's flat back there, okay? But this one has that groove underneath it. So if you're doing something like a satin stitch and anything that resembles, all those different variations of satin stitch, the stitch will just kind of glide underneath. Whereas if you use the J foot, it might get hung up. Okay.
Did Luann said, did these come in different colors?
No,
No.
no, that's,
No.
that's
Yes.
no. Okay.
Now the Teflon zipper foot, I like because it's such
Yeah.
a skinny foot.
And then people
It's a
love the
skinny,
narrow
skinny.
zipper foot. The zipper foot that comes in the machine is wider. This one's narrower. And I think if you follow Tiffany, you should have this foot because it has the Teflon backing. And so when she sews with her faux leather and her I lost the word
Yeah,
for
you
cork.
said it on there.
Cork, yeah. When you sew with cork, it's just going to glide over those fabrics. It's not going to get hung up. But look how narrow it is, so you can get really close to your zipper. And so I would get this one. So you'd have a narrow zipper foot, and you'd have it with the Teflon coating. Okay.
Yeah, love that skinny zipper foot. Yeah,
Okay, and then I think, was that it or one
that
more?
was it.
That was it. Okay, so those are some of my very favorite feet. Yeah, everybody loves the skinny zipper foot. Okay, so now we have cork fabric.
Speaking of cork, since you talked about
Yeah.
foot,
Yeah.
So this is the Create with Cork fabric book. Oh, look at all the hardware you got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look it up.
Hardware separate.
Okay, so
Okay.
the first is the book.
Okay,
so
so
this is the book.
So
We'll take
there's
this
all
away.
that. Yeah, that looks like a really nice book.
So this is 17 upscale projects, bags, accessories, and home decor. Is there a picture of what's all on? Let's see. I feel like they should always have a page with all the projects, right,
on,
Joni?
so you can just show it
maybe here.
really quick. There
There.
we go. Okay, so this looks like that looks like a jean jacket with like applique flowers on. There's a belt and then little tote bags.
So there's a
necklace.
framed clutch purse, a crossbody bag, a shopping tote, a trendy bucket bag, basic backpack, reverse applique pouch, and an applique tote. And then
Okay.
for the home decor stuff, there's a wreath, reversible placemat set, a woven
Okay,
storage
Oh, that's
basket,
nice. Yeah.
a custom pennant banner right here,
Yes. Okay.
and then a modern tree wall hanging. And then there's also a tassel tutorial. That's neat to do the tassels. Those are neat.
yeah.
I like those.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Miniature or minimalist cork necklace, easy box pouch, and fashionable belt in jean jacket makeover. Oh, that's cute.
Yes. Mm-hmm. A really nice book. Okay, so now there's this.
And then the accessory for this is the hardware to make some of this for the items in the book here. So
It looks like you get the sliders and the lost. This is nice. This is.
look at all that hardware you guys get with
Yeah. This is really
included in this kit is all the hardware you need to create one of each project in the book that requires hardware. So all the projects that require hardware, you have the hardware here. So there's grommets, there's D-rings and hooks,
and these
clamps.
are little rivets.
Yep.
Rivets. Yeah.
So a nice
So you
selection
have everything you need.
and a nice bright gold
Yeah.
too. Sally Tomato, she's the bag maker. She's what brought bag making. She simplified the sport, and her name's not Sally Tomato. It's Jessica.
Oh, really? I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, her name's Jessica something. So
You wonder how she got her name.
I don't know. Something she explains it sort of, but Checker bought all her products and things.
Yeah, okay.
There's the sole distributor, so that's pretty exciting if someone picks you up like that. So we have some cork. So we have
Yeah.
some. That is the rustic natural cork.
And it's 18 by 25 inch piece. This is pretty. It's got, and then this one has silver in it.
I like the silver metallic in it.
We always like metallic. That one's beautiful.
Silver
that
and
has
gold.
gold.
Can I see the gold on that?
Which color you guys prefer, silver or gold?
We like
feel
gold.
like we
I like
should.
gold.
I feel like we
We
should
all like
open
gold.
one so we can see it. Should we open one so we can see it? The whole
Sure.
cork? Okay, let's open this one here. Oh, I'm ripping the tag up. That's okay.
We have to let them see how pretty this is.
Yeah.
Outside of the plastic.
Should get a nice piece.
18. Yeah, that's very pretty.
So they'll all be like that. So that's the gold. We also have black with gold.
That's our Pittsburgh colors.
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
yeah.
that's it.
And then black with silver flecks.
And then I like this one. It has a
Flourish
print on
garden
it.
cork.
Okay, good.
So here we'll take those.
And then there's this bag,
Okay.
and there's a pattern in it.
Yeah. So these are patterns for purses, and this is the sample of the purse. But we just have the patterns. This is the poolside tote. This is a really nice bag. with pockets in it. Let's see it's a really nice deep bag. Let's see the size of it. This is a generous sized all-purpose tote, and finished dimensions are 7.5 in diameter and then 14.5 wide across the base, and it's 14.5 tall, and it includes a 21.5-inch strap. It's really nice and nice and big. And it has a zippered pocket on this side.
So you know what happens, Joni, if you make a poolside tote?
You have
That
to go
means
to,
you have to go to the pool. That means you get to go to the pool.
You
so
do, yes.
If you make this,
and yet
somehow
you'll get to go to the pool.
you'll be at the pool. Yes. So everyone make a poolside tote, and then you'll be, what do they call it? Hot girl summer. You'll be hot girl summer by the pool. So
Okay,
yes.
that's nice. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now this one's a nice bag too. Let's see. That one is. Let's see. Okay, we don't have the pattern for this one.
It's the Molly bag.
The Molly bag. Okay. So then this is the Molly bag. Tiffany made this one, and she has cork on the side. Look how she just added some cork to the side. And then she has the vinyl up here on the straps.
And it clips neat in the middle here. So the clip in the middle clips, and then
Yeah, that's some really nice
it opens
hardware.
up.
Yeah, and she's got pockets inside. And this, I guess this is also like a little Molly. She made this to go with it. How cute. And see how she put the cork here and also the vinyl lining the cork.
And Tiffany just makes the cutest bags.
Yes, she does.
She made all of us bags for the cruise, so.
I feel like this. Someone said they needed oceanside, so I feel like this could be poolside or even beach tote. This is a double duty. So yes. You could
So
end
if
up
you
at the
make
beach.
one, you get somewhere to
You'll
get
get
to the
somewhere,
beach or
yeah.
the pool.
Yeah, and this is if you have a purse you need to get into. Oh, what's this clamp to? Clip.
Yeah, that is
We
it.
have a hardware kit that goes with it. We don't have the actual kit itself, but in the bubble is the hardware.
Okay. So the hardware is going to give you the clips, the D-rings. There's also a magnet inside.
And
feet.
the feet, I like those.
Yeah. I feel like the purse just feels fancier with metal feet, right?
Yes,
Like
it is. Yeah, you can set it down and without,
Yep.
definitely. Okay, and then the next one is,
Oxbow.
okay,
This one doesn't quite work as well. You can't say you'll end up at the oxbow
no, we
with
don't
this
want to do
tote.
that,
What's an oxbow?
but it has a nice,
I gotta
Deep
see what
pocket.
oxbow means.
and
What does oxbow mean?
I
Let's
don't
find
know,
out.
let's find out. And of course, inside there are pockets, and it has a zipper closure, and also straps, and then also a crossbody strap.
It's not that bad, Joni.
What is it?
Oxbow can refer to a U-shaped bend in a river. I'll go sit by a U-shaped
Shaped
bend in a river.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you make the oxbow tote, you will have U-shaped bends in rivers in your future.
Yes, okay.
Yes. Or it could be a U-shaped frame around an ox's neck.
Yeah.
That's not probably what you want.
No.
Yes. So
But that's a nice bag.
bend
so-
by the river. I'll take that.
Yeah. So these are finished dimensions are 15 wide, 5 inches deep, 12 inches tall, and there's two sizes, regular and overnight. So this must be the regular, and then the overnight is 18 wide by 6.5 deep and 14 tall. That's nice when they have two sizes, so you
Yes.
can make a set.
Yep. You put that. We'll put that in
Yeah,
there.
we'll put that in
Yep.
there, yeah, so we
There we
know.
go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There.
and this
Yeah,
one-
Let's do it. Yep. Okay. So I'll ring the bell, and then you ring the bell too, Joni. This
Okay.
is a double bell ringer.
Yes,
Okay.
I use these bobbins.
What are the Kmart Blue Light Special? Are we allowed to say that here?
Yeah.
So
I use these are different than the ones we normally sell, and I used them and they worked great.
Gloria's at Grandparents' Day.
Yeah.
That's where she is. So someone asked Patty. She's at Grandparents' Day. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she's not here tonight, but she'll be back. So this is we were selling boxes of 80, right? And this is a box of 144.
Wow.
So this is a gross. So 144 of the pre-wound bobbins with that 60 weight thread. You said you were using these today?
Yes, I did. I
Yep.
used them on that little Tommy's flower tape placemat. I used it on that.
So you can use these in any baby lock or any
Class 15
brother machine.
Yeah.
Anytime with class 15, any class 15 bobbin. We were selling 80 bobbins for $59.95. So for $60. And this is a box of 144. So you almost get twice as much for about $10 more.
Okay.
So that's
Really? Yeah.
plus
okay.
10%.
10%.
Plus
Plus
10%
10 for
back.
back,
So
yes.
what brand? These are unbranded. There is no label anywhere on the box.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
But we tested them out. We tried them, and we're really pleased with
Yeah.
the performance of these bobbins. So
Yeah, I did half my project in with our other, and and then the other half with this, and there wasn't any difference.
Yep. So 144. That's a nice.
Okay, and then we have, let's see,
So this is a little zipper tote, and it's
this is-
bloom where you're planted. Okay, and inside the zipper tote, you're gonna get all this stuff included. So you're gonna get
oh, how cute.
4 spools of the Metler thread. So a little red, white, and blue collection, and that's one of our favorite threads for
Yes,
just general
it is.
purpose sewing. These spools are like $3.99, I think, a spool. So you get 4 of those. You're also gonna get. I like to use the sharps needles with that sharp point, but this is an 80-12 size. The sharp needles, they are sharp point. Also produces perfectly straight top stitching and for penetrating densely woven fabrics. So I like the sharps needle. Plus, you're gonna get the
Rotary cutter.
rotary cutter, and it's the quick blade change blade that we like. I googled on the internet how much these rotary blades were, and these are selling now for $24.99.
Yes.
And then you get the bag. You also get a set of needles, and you get 4 little spools of thread.
That's
so
a nice
little
little set.
zipper
Yeah,
pouch
nice
for
little
you.
gift for
Yep.
somebody. Yeah.
So
And you can't beat that 10% back every
No.
month.
you'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
your 10% credit back. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
Okay. So
Okay.
we are going to
Two cheers.
we're going to slide this off and put the table, fold the table down, leave for a second.
Okay.
All right,
let's
hey,
see.
Joni, make sure that doesn't go.
Okay.
There we go. So
Here, I'll get out of the way.
so we had
There's,
a gentleman named Curtis give us a call, and here, let me help John.
yeah, I got this got to go over the table.
I got it there. Good. So we had a gentleman, Curtis, give us a call, and he said, "I have the ultimate sewing chairs, and I think you guys should try these out. I feel like your ladies or your sewists would really like them." And I said, "Let's see what you got." So he brought these chairs in, and I tell you what, I would say they are the ultimate sewing chair. They used to be called the Heavenly Sewing Chair, if you're familiar with that, but it has a few adjustments, and you really like, if you're local, you got to come in and try one of these chairs. But there's a couple different adjustments, so you got to get the lumbar support right. So I need a volunteer to come over. Joni or John, come on over. Joni,
Go ahead, you go. Go ahead.
Okay. So what we're gonna do? So have a seat there, John, right in the chair. So the first adjustment they tell us to make is you're gonna adjust how high the seat is here. So there's a knob right here, and we're gonna loosen that knob, and I'm gonna put it all the way down, John. Now lean back. Now you can feel that lumbar is probably too low, right?
Yep.
So lean forward, please, and try it right there. Is that better?
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, so I'll put that right there. Now lean forward again. Now that's the first adjustment there. The second adjustment is this knob here, and that's for the lumbar support. So I'm going to take that back in. Okay, it's clicked. Now lean back, and you can feel the support. All right, now I can add to it. So lean forward again for me. I'm going to draw this out. And people normally like it all the way out, so I'm going to go all the way out for John. And now lean back again. Does that feel better?
Yeah,
Okay.
that does feel better.
So right in
It's
the back right
in
there?
the perfect spot.
Okay. And then lean forward once again, and there's a adjustment on this side. We're gonna lift this lever up. And now lean back. And now the seat will go back and forth. So lean forward again.
God.
When we sew, we oftentimes like to lean way forward. So we're gonna lean forward, we're gonna pop that down. Now lean back. And so you're sitting straight up. Okay? And then the other adjustment is the seat here can adjust this way or this way. So put your feet flat on the floor. Good. Okay, and I'm going to lift this up, and you can see it tilts him up this way to get his back up. So you have multiple adjustments. So then I'm going to pop that down, or lean back a little bit to what's comfortable. Let's see. Try again. There you go. And that feels good there.
Yep.
And then the last adjustment is for the height, and that's this here. So it'll go up and down for you. But these are the new Ultimate Sewing Chair. They have a lifetime warranty. They have a ton of different fabrics to choose from, different styles and everything. But this is the petite one. And I tell you what, when you sit in it, I always like to see what people's, what their face looks like, their first reaction. Because when they sit in one of these, their face is like, oh, it's nice to sit in. So this is one version of it. And we have several different versions to choose from. And they're fully customizable, the chairs. But this is the petite version. There is a version like this. So you can see that the base of the shape is a little different. The back is a little different, but it still has all those adjustments you can do. And then when you sit in this one, it has, for people who have longer legs or shorter upper body, this has a nice base to it here. And these go all the way down, so you can reach the floor, and then they do go up to normal height. And we have one more chair to show you.
I like how it goes all the way down. Uh-oh, I dropped my scissors.
Yes.
Let me not get all the way up out of the chair.
So this is their traditional seat cushion style. So it's a little bit wider, a little bit deeper. This one has the bar along the bottom, so this one will go up to countertop height. So when I sit down in this one, I can lift this up, and it'll go all the way up. Ooh. The floor is uneven here, so it'll go all the way up to countertop height. Let's scoot out of the way there. There we go. And then you can put your feet up, and then you can go down. So the chairs are definitely a different price point from some of the chairs that we've sold before. We love our koala chairs, we love our arrow chairs, but these are something different. People oftentimes say, I have trouble sitting and sewing for long periods of time. And for some reason, for one reason or another, these chairs might work better for someone to be able to sit and sew with all the adjustments on it. Weight limitations, these chairs are all like rated for 300 to 400 pounds. They even chairs that go up to 500 pounds to accommodate everyone. So if you're looking for an ultimate sewing chair, give us a call and we can talk about what fabric you want, what cushions you want and stuff like that. It's definitely an investment piece, but they have a lifetime warranty. They are made in the USA. I'll say it again, they are made in the USA, which is great. So you're supporting our American workers, and they are the ultimate sewing chair. So if you wanna get one, give us a call and we can make that happen for you. What else tonight? Anything else? I think that might be it. Yeah, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So do we have end of the night winners for tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we're going to have these chairs at the spring event. So if you're coming to the spring event, I want you to try sitting in one of these chairs because you'll be amazed how comfortable they are. So we have two winners. We have Carrie Shorthouse and Karen Morera. Karen Morera. Yes. So Carrie Shorthouse and Karen Morera, you are our end of the night winners. So we thank you. Come on in, everyone.
Okay,
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye. Bye-bye. Let's see. Okay.
All right. Bye, everyone. So I hope that you all had a great night with us.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Yep.
We go on what?
12 o'clock.
12
Fashion
noon.
Friday with Genevieve and I.
Fashion Friday at noon. And then we also have IQ Designer with Patty. Oh, where's my phone? I can't remember my phone. I want to show them what we're doing tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow at 3 and noon all day. But this is what we're making an IQ designer tomorrow. We love when Patty comes and helps us
Oh my gosh,
teach.
look at that. How
Because
cute
look how
that
good.
is.
She made all those like in one night. And we're going to teach this pouch tomorrow in IQ Designer. So it'll be really neat to learn this technique to be able to customize and to make these pouches too. So yeah. So yeah, thanks Patty. So we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.